I graduated college in 2022, and now it being 2025, every time I go on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, any social media, people I know from high school are getting their master's degrees. And I, as someone who works a pretty basic desk job and is living in a cool city but doesn't have a ton of career plans, it sucks. Every time I open any of these apps, seeing these people who I knew in high school were absolute idiots and I was way smarter than, having a degree more than me, breaks my heart internally. So I need to do something about this. And for those of you who might be thinking, Vic, why don't you just apply to a grad school? I don't want to do that. It costs so much money. I don't know what I would study, and I already have enough student loans. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. I've been thinking about it lately, and I'm going to start my own grad school. I am the only attendant and is going to be the Vic grad school for hotties. And I have a curriculum all built for me. It is going to be focusing on 3D sculpting and animation, drawing, physical activity just to keep me in shape and help build kind of like life rhythm for myself, but mostly art, drawing, 3D, sculpting, anything like that. I thought it'd be great to document this week, show my progress, and also force me to work on stuff because I've been falling behind with Pride and summer and seeing my friends. So it would be great to just have some accountability to make myself do this work that I say every day instead of watching TV after work and then just being too tired to do anything. Let's see how much I get done this week. It's 5:33 on Monday. Let's do some art. I got home about 30 minutes ago, filled up my water, spent a good amount of time messing around on my computer, and now I'm going to work on this drawing. I have been drawing lately based off of pictures I take on my runs. Finding things to paint while running has been really fun. It keeps me more mentally engaged when I run. I don't think of myself as good at painting, but I've been having a lot of fun with it. So I'm just trying to follow that energy. And I got these really cool oil paint brushes for free online through Procreate. So highly recommend them. Highly recommend checking them out. I also would like to run today. It's really, really nice out for the first time in a while. It's about like 70 degrees, and that's, to me, pretty optimal for running. I would love to not be sweating my ass off because I'm trying to run for enjoyment and health, not to put myself through torture. I don't really know how to paint. I've just been layering colors in a way that seems fun. I don't know. I'm just trying to try it out. A big part of all this is me just forcing myself to experiment with things because for me, my progress comes from putting time in front of the medium, not actually like really trying to hone in and develop a skill. I get so fixated on the fact that I need to like really master something before I can post it or, you know, just make something really impressive. Unfortunately, the part that yields the best results and takes a lot of work is sitting down and putting in the time in front of the computer or my iPad or drawing or whatever, because time is the only thing that's going to make me better, no special tools or anything like that. As much as I want it to be true, it's not. So I've just been having fun messing around, trying to enjoy the process. I had work earlier, of course, and I was having a very hard time focusing because I did drop a lot of money on a camera, and I'm so excited for it to come. I'm so excited. It should be here. It says anywhere between July 11th and July 21st or 26th. So that's a really big time range, and I will be checking that tracking every single day. This looks so dookie, but that's okay. Sometimes things look a little dookie. I've been thinking about that Mary Shelley poem that went kind of viral where it's like about the geese. You don't have to be good. Maybe that should be the theme. I don't have to be good. I'm putting the time in. I'm putting in effort. I don't have to be good to be appreciated. A lot of the art I like is not objectively good. It's stylized and goofy. Maybe there's a place for my art there too. When I was drawing more a couple months ago, my mom kept sending me her drawings as well, and they were so sweet. It was like lots of little drawings of flowers and stuff, and then I was making pretty deranged things. These are more sweet now that I'm making. Before I was making like guts spilling out of a person, and I have a drawing of like teeth on my fridge that I made. I don't know. I was going through some stuff, I think. But it was really funny because every time I would show my mom, like, look what I made. Look, we're both doing art. She'd be like, yours is weird. Am I kind of over this? The clouds are really nice, but I don't think I like painting buildings. is what I'm learning. There's just so much nitty-gritty in buildings. Maybe I'll start painting something else. Maybe I'll do a couple more buildings. What is that clanging? Okay, I'm gonna go draw some more on this and see what happens. Maybe I'll like it, maybe I'll switch to something else. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I did paint for a lot of that time, but I spent most of the time painting a goose because I really wanted to paint a goose. I didn't even paint it, I drew it. I drew a goose and I had a lot of fun. I don't regret anything. I love my goose. I'll show you what he looks like. Look at him. Look at what I've accomplished. And I had a whole work day. Is that not impressive? Don't tell me if you don't think it is. Look at my boy. Look at what I've accomplished. I'll put a picture of him as well in case there's glare. I actually have no idea what the difference between a male and female goose is. But no time to look at that anymore. I should go for a run because it's nice out for once and it's not scorching hot even though it's July. I've been trying to run more lately, especially during the week, because I need to get outside and it does help my brain so much, and it's just a good way to keep healthy that doesn't take a lot of effort. I started running about this time last year, and before that I've never ever run. I hated running. I reconnected with someone lately and they were shocked that I've been running. That's honestly been the biggest shock in my last 2 years of life, and I've literally changed genders. I got this medal, show and tell, because I did a 10K in May, I believe it was, and I have not been running basically at all since then. So I've just been ramping up with my little 2-mile runs during the week just to get myself active, because I can't be running 10Ks every day. I am not that good of a runner. I will get tired. I have other things to do with my life. I did it. I ran 2 miles. It was pretty good. I had a good time. I ran my 2 miles, got very sweaty. I walked probably an additional mile because I love going on a little walk after my runs. That's my favorite part. And had a good time. Was sweaty, listened to very pump up, very gay music. And I think I'm really excited to shower. I might put dinner in the oven first, because that's a little game I like to play where I go for a run and then I put dinner in the oven while I'm showering, because usually it just needs to sit there. And then when I come out, it's ready. And it's like my cook cooked it for me. My little cook and my maid, AKA me. But then my food's ready and I'm clean and I got food and it's so exciting and I get to watch TV. So I think I'm gonna do that. All right, it's now 9:30. I showered, called my mom, made some salmon and rice. I'm gonna go watch Curb and hang out. See you tomorrow. It's about 7:30 on Tuesday. I'm not gonna lie, today's not gonna be productive. I was at work and it was an okay day in the morning, and then a patient cursed me out, and then one of my worst OCD fears happened as I was going home, and I stepped on a manhole cover and it moved. So I've spent most of this evening since about 5 o'clock inconsolable, catatonic, on my phone, just scrolling because I have no brain power. I finally made some dinner. I'm gonna eat food and chill. I might crochet while I watch some TV. I don't really know if I'm up to anything more than that. Yesterday was a really good day. This is what I've been experiencing a lot lately, which is kind of why I wanted to make this video, to hold myself accountable to having better days more consistently, but just wasn't in the cards for me today, unfortunately. I did my best. Can't help people yelling at me. Can't help having meltdowns. So I'll just crochet and I'll do my silly little art and hope it makes me feel better. Maybe tomorrow I'll be more up to doing something. I understand now why so many people do need an institution to hold them accountable. It's really hard to hold yourself accountable to doing work and learning on your own time while having a full-time job and just being a person. I saw an Instagram meme lately that has been weirdly profound for me. It did not mean to be this, but it's been sticking with me, that humans are persistence hunters. They are not speed-based hunters, kind of like cheetahs like that. We are built to run after things at a consistent pace for a long time. Not fast, but consistent. And you can go far with a lot of endurance as a human, and eventually we tire out other animals, and that's how we kill them. So that's how I'm kind of working towards my goals. I'm trying to be a persistence hunter. I'm not trying to go after them too fast, too hot as I can sometimes. I get too excited and I burn out. I'm trying to go at a slow, consistent, steady pace that I can hold for a long time. Bumps in the road like this are inevitable. There will always be shitty days. I just have to take care of myself so that way I'll be better equipped on the days where I'm feeling better. Hi, it's about 6 o'clock on Wednesday and I am home from work. I'm not gonna lie to you, when I checked in yesterday, things were going pretty bad. I kind of understated it about how bad it was for me that one of my big OCD fears happened, and honestly it kind of derailed my whole day. So I think you could tell in the video I was pretty bummed out, but after that my whole evening was a mess. I went to work this morning and it's so stupid and so small, but I really couldn't focus. I kept crying even though nothing was currently happening, which is so silly and so stupid. And I really appreciate my coworkers because I was telling them today at work, oh, I realized I don't have my glasses on. I hope I don't look naked. Let me get them on. And my coworkers are so sweet. I was saying today that it just really freaked me out and derailed my whole night. And I still was feeling unwell because I had one of the biggest panic attacks I've had in months after that. And I just really wasn't doing well, and I just felt so physically exhausted from being panicked, and it was such a disaster that I left work early today. I just really couldn't mentally be there, and I went to my friend's house because she's a teacher, so she's off for the summer, and she just got back from a trip, and I was like, can we just watch TV and do nothing, because I don't want to be home alone, because I'll just kind of mope and not feel good. But it was really helpful to, one, I'm so grateful I have nice coworkers and nice friends who let me come over like that when I need it and will be there for me. I put a lot of time and effort into building community here when I moved, and I'm so grateful that it has paid off, because I was really scared that I wasn't going to be able to make too many friends, and have an abundance of lovely friends now, and it really changes your life day to day. Anyways, this is all to say that, oh, was I supposed to be doing double crochets? Hold on. Pause. Oh my god, these were supposed to be double crochets. And I went to my friend's house. We just hung out. She was just making lunch for herself, cleaning up. We did some drawing, and I actually have a little picture that I drew with her, and it just made me feel a lot better. We watched the Martha Stewart documentary on Netflix that came out last year, and I was really interested in that. Also very excited because I don't personally have Netflix, so it was fun to go over to her house and steal hers. And I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah, I was considering stopping this video and just restarting it maybe next week or over the weekend, but I don't know. I do really appreciate when other creators that I follow are genuine about their struggles and what they go through day to day. And as someone who is in their mid to early 20s, it really is important to me that, I don't know, it's easy to compare your lives to other people's, especially people who you perceive are more successful than you. And I just want to be honest, and this is what I'm going through, and this is why it's kind of hard for me sometimes to have the time to do art, because I have work a full day. Anyways, I'm feeling better now, thank goodness. And the healing power of just hanging out and doing some drawing and playing with some fidget toys is really quite magical. In other news, I did crochet last night because this is something that I can very easily do to take my mind off things, really don't have to pay attention. Clearly I pay so little attention that I'm doing the wrong stitch, but I'm working on this bag that's supposed to be a little beach bag. I just have been trying to use up some yarn I have and keep my hands busy, and I think it's looking really cute. I think I'll give it to my coworker if she likes the color, because she was saying she wants something like this. And the top, I'm just gonna do a couple more stitches. I'm following some pattern that I can't remember the name of, that's free. And it's gonna have a little bag handle like this instead of being over the shoulder. So I think it's really cute, and I'm enjoying it. I think maybe I'll have some dinner and then do some 3D stuff. I'm feeling up to it. I don't know. It feels like every week there's some kind of derailing thing like this. So it's kind of like what I was just saying yesterday. You really just have to commit and be persistent and follow goals, even though you don't want to. I say as I'm avoiding running because I just don't have the energy for it today. I will say, you have to commit, but you also have to know your limits. I am very proud that I know when to say when. I went into work, I tried to have a good day, I really tried to turn it around, and I was like, you know, it's just not gonna happen for me today. I need to do something else, I need to leave, and I need to have some time to rest. Because, man, that panic attack really took it out of me. This is just rambling. I'm gonna go eat dinner. I could hear it sizzling in the oven. All right, I had some dinner, I crocheted some more, and a final product. I'm really happy with it. I did this, I started it maybe Thursday, Friday of last week. My coworker was saying she wanted a little beach bag, so pretty happy with it. It's cotton. This is the only cotton I have. And I wanted to do something that wouldn't stretch too much because acrylic does stretch a lot. I've learned that in the past. But this is my like film camera, pretty heavy. So this is the stretch it's got on it. So I don't think that's too bad. That's maybe like, I don't know, 2-3 pounds for my camera. So I think that's pretty good. I can fit stuff in the beach. I texted it to my coworker. She is very grateful, very excited. So I can't wait to bring it to her tomorrow. And I got this yarn like thrifted forever ago and I used it for another huge project. So I'm happy to give it new life, give it a good home, and to use it up and finally empty out my stash a little bit. This has been a nice chill project to avoid doing my other project, which is knitting myself a sweater vest. Little bag done, very happy with it. So I am doing some laundry and I want to hop into the shower and do some other work, possibly tonight. It's already like 9:30. A large part of this whole like grad school experience that I feel like I was missing out on by just doing regular projects when I was doing them is the like reflecting and beginning and end chapters of a lesson that doesn't really come outside of school, but you have to kind of like manually do it yourself. So I've forced myself to do these check-ins when I've been consistently drawing. This is, to be totally honest, the first one I've done because I haven't been drawing a ton. So I'm doing them. I think I have them in the calendar for twice every 2 weeks, like once every 2 weeks, just to check in with how I've been doing drawing wise, assess my progress, what I like, what I don't like, whatever. Just a mental time for me to sit here and check in and think about my drawing and progress and everything I've been doing. So I thought I'd share with you my first little check-in. I just put some bullet points on my computer on the Notion I'm using for my like grad school work. So I've been doing landscapes. I did 3 lately and I've enjoyed them, but I'm not entirely sure they're like for me. Like I do really enjoy drawing clouds and nature and things like that. I think trees, I really need some work, but I know trees are kind of hard. But clouds have been my favorite. I really like layering the colors on top of each other, especially with the oil paintings. I really don't enjoy drawing man-made structures. So like buildings, cars, I just straight up avoid. Things that are like really uniform because they are man-made, I don't know, they're just not interesting to me. And I'm at a level of drawing where if that kind of thing looks uncanny, it just looks wrong. But you look at things like cars and buildings so often that they really seem off if they're not 100% right. It just falls into that like uncanny valley if you can't draw it well. So I just get frustrated and it kind of kills my motivation there. But clouds can be whatever. Clouds are just weird shapes and weird colors. So there's a little bit more freedom in things that are natural. I do enjoy playing with the oil paint brushes that I downloaded. It's just like the free Procreate pack that doesn't come downloaded on the app. It's been an awesome free resource, and learning that they have free resources through Procreate, because of course they do. What? They want you to use their software, has been huge. I also found like paper textures that people upload, just like a great community for sharing things like that. And I know you can buy brush packs as well. I've been looking into those. Super interesting. I'm really glad I've learned about that kind of niche. I have noticed that I do need to draw what I feel like drawing, because the other day when I was like, oh, I really should work on this landscape and this portrait and this like building and stuff, I really didn't want to. And I had so much fun drawing that stupid little goose. It made me so happy. It's what I wanted to draw. I had a good time. I felt inspired, and I think it came out pretty good. I'm like pretty happy with it. Another thing is that I need to be bored. I need to let myself be bored, because I need to sit there and look at what I'm doing and be like, this is ugly, and I need to keep going. I feel like I just need to be good at things so much sometimes. I don't let myself
sit in front of something and be like, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll figure it out though, and give myself the time to problem solve in that way. Anytime I feel like I want to draw, it's because I have a very realized idea in my mind of what I want to draw, or I have a reference picture I kind of want to create. I don't really let myself sit down and be like, it's drawing time, do whatever you feel like. But lately when hanging out with my friends, I've been doing that just like a couple times here and there, just drawing, hanging out together. And it's been super fun. And every time I've made something that's pretty creative, I feel like, and really what I wanted to make in that moment. And I didn't really know what it was going to be when I sat down, but I really enjoyed the journey. And it seems obvious to be like, oh, well, art's like about the journey. That's the whole point. It's not about the finished product. But every time I have to keep teaching myself these basic lessons over and over again. Maybe one day they'll stick. I need to also see things through the ugly phase, because everything has an ugly phase, and you just kind of gotta push through it, and then eventually it'll get better. That's my first check-in with drawing. I'm really glad I'm doing this. I would like to keep doing it. I think it's really good to make progress, but also take the time to look back and think about your progress. I think it's almost as important as putting time in front of a iPad or paper or whatever to draw, is having time to sit and reflect on what you learn, and that'll hopefully make these lessons stick better. I'm gonna go make some iced tea and take a shower.
All right, I'm about ready for bed. I did some laundry, which was great. I spent some time ruminating, like you saw, on my drawing. I started a sculpting tutorial on 3D, so that's good. I'm gonna focus on it another time when I'm less tired on the like remeshing part, but I didn't know about that, and that's really exciting that Blender offers remeshing options, and that's what I really needed in a tutorial to get acquainted with sculpting and get comfortable there, because I have used ZBrush in the past in like school and stuff. But yeah, that was good. I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm just gonna rest for the rest of the night. See you tomorrow. And what are you crying for? Hi, it's Thursday night. Just got home. It's like 7:30. I work late on Thursdays, and I don't really feel like doing anything, but the tactic I've been using lately is I'm gonna force myself to do like 10 minutes of art stuff, even though I just wanna lay down and be a bum, because I have ADHD, and it's really hard to get myself motivated sometimes. But I also bought tweezers because I went thrifting the other day and I got this hat, which is very boring, but I wanna rip out the, like that, the stitching on it, so I can embroider my own thing when I feel like it. And I thought this would be a good, uh-oh, that seems like an important stitch. No, none of them are important. Who cares? I spent $3 on this. So I'm gonna sit there on the couch and meticulously rip out stitches from this. And hopefully, I feel like this is gonna be really satisfying. I'm someone who loves to like pick at my skin. I hope this, this is gonna scratch the same itch in my brain. Yeah, because I had this idea. I follow this artist on Instagram I like. Their name is Sandwich Shop. And every now and then they make little embroidered hats. And I was like, damn, I like to embroider. I like hats. And they usually make Snoopy on their hats, and I like Snoopy. Got the Snoopy Bagoo over there. So I wanted to make my own hat, not with Snoopy. They just inspired me. I'm not gonna fully steal their idea. I wanna make one that just has, I wanted to say queer, because I saw the hats when the movie Queer came out, which I still have to see. And I was like, damn, I want a hat that just says queer on it. I think that'd be so funny. But I don't want to spend $30 on it, because what? I won't steal from an independent artist, but I will steal from A24. And I'm gonna make a hat that says queer on it, because I'm queer and I wear hats. And I'm gonna make this one for myself, and then my sister said she would like one too. So mine will be the test dummy, and then I'll refine it and give it to her. Did give my coworker her bag today. She loved it. She was so happy. I made her take a picture with it, like a proud mom, and she was thrilled. Oh, this is working really well. I've already got almost like the whole stem of the pea out. This is very satisfying. Oh my God, I'm having a blast. Okay, I'm gonna go sit on the couch and do this, because this is already hurting my finger a little bit. All right, well, I kind of can't believe it. It looks like I just bought it using a $3 pair of tweezers that I got from Walgreens and a pocket knife that looks like a shark.
that I already owned. This now is a blank canvas. I knew this would work, but I still kind of am in awe about how well it would work. So I'm gonna write on this hat and embroider on it, which I haven't done in, I'd say since high school. So we'll see how that turns out, but I'm really happy with this. And I watched like 2.5 episodes of Broad City and was mindlessly picking at this. I probably would have paid like, I don't know, at least $7 for this at Michael's if I just got a blank hat. I think I paid like 2 or 3. And it was at a thrift store. And it's saving something from a landfill. Wins all around. You have anything to say? Do you like the hat? How would it look on you? Let's see. Oh, beautiful. So, it's now Saturday because I came home from work yesterday, ate Hawaiian food, and then literally immediately passed out. Woke up and then immediately went to go see 28 Years Later. So, it was a very nice chill Friday. It was super gross out. It's Saturday, it's like 8:39 now. I'm gonna go to the farmer's market and just have a chill day. I'm gonna take some pictures, I think, and get a croissant and maybe some food for the week. I swear, I've become like a cartoon of myself. I dress like this and I just keep getting more and more homosexual. So I've got my camera, my big camera. I can't wait for my new one to come. I keep looking at it and looking at the tracking status. It's not shipped yet. I'm so impatient. But I'm gonna take my little film camera with me because I just got new film for it. And, I don't know, take some cute pictures of pastries in the farmer's market. It's like 70 degrees out. Should be pretty nice out. Just gonna wander around. And then maybe I'll come back and do some 3D stuff. I've been kind of lazy with that. But honestly, despite even all that, I think I've had a pretty good like creative week between like knitting and doing photo stuff. I don't know, I feel like the juices are flowing. Feeling pretty good about it. So I'm gonna go on a little outdoor adventure for the morning. I took 0 footage when I was out. I'm so sorry, I was living in the moment. But I have a haul for you. So first I actually ended up going to Michael's because it's right by the farmer's market I was going to. And I got some cute, like blue, very saturated embroidery floss to work on my hat. And I got some embroidery needles because it was like $3 for 26 needles. What a deal. DMC really has a hold on the market. Loops and Threads, they are giving you shit cheap. Then, went to the farmer's market that I originally went out for. Got a ham and cheese croissant. I'll pull this out for you. I'm so excited to eat this. You're joking. You're kidding. So excited. I have to make food for the week. I got this baguette for $3. I'm so excited. I'm gonna make sandwiches and go swimming later, I think. Just because of this baguette, I'm inspired. And then I was just talking to my coworker recently about the coffee and tea exchange here in Chicago. I love them. I have teas from them that I'm still drinking from winter that are so good. It's so affordable. And I've really been in my iced tea era. So I asked them what their favorite iced tea was, the barista person helping me. And they were like, oh, I really like these different fruit ones. So I got blood orange black tea, mostly because I drink it in the morning. I'm so excited. It smells so good. And I trust their recommendation. They were very excited when I asked what their favorite was. So I feel like they were itching for someone to ask that. It smells exactly like a blood orange though. I'm so excited. So I think I'm gonna eat my delicious croissant, watch TV, and get working on embroidering that hat. I didn't really expect that to be a this weekend project, but it kind of just happened that way, huh? I'm excited for my new hat. And I'm excited about my new tea. What a great Saturday. It's only like 10 a.m. I'm about to go to the lake and work on this hat. I just wrote on it with like a oil pencil type thing to mark out where the letters are gonna be. It's gonna say queer. And it's gonna be in like this navy blue. I kinda, based on this, I'm hoping this pencil will come out in the wash. I assume it will. I might put the letters a little bit lower. I'll make some adjustments. But this is what the hat's gonna look like. I'm gonna go work on it by the lake. Because it's nice out. Maybe I'll go swim. Who knows?
This is why I don't knit that much for this project, because it's such a disaster. Hi, I got back from seeing Superman with my friend. It was fun. I had a good time. The movie was pretty good. It was very silly, very goofy, very enjoyable. I'm not a big superhero movie fan. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the goofy tone. My friend and I were like some of the only people laughing in the theater. I don't know why it wasn't hitting with other people, but I enjoyed it. I've had a nice day. I've been working on the hat. I've just been knitting, kind of just doing whatever I feel like art-wise. I know this video was supposed to be structured around like making my own grad school and things like that, but to be totally honest, that's not like a very strict plan. I kind of just have to do what comes at me. I do work full-time. I do like have limited energy. I live alone. I need to take care of my cats. I need to feed myself, you know, everything that comes along with being a person who lives by themselves and takes care of themselves. So I didn't get to do as much 3D work as I wanted this week. Maybe I'll do some tonight, maybe I'll do some tomorrow, maybe I'll do some more next week. Honestly, what matters most is that I'm just continuing to chug along and be having any kind of creative endeavors. I've also just been like brainstorming and feeling creative a lot this week, which has been really nice. So even if I haven't gotten a lot of results on paper, I've made progress with knitting, I've made progress with crocheting, I've painted a good amount. I've just been like updating my art Instagram. If you want to follow it, it's Vic's Art Diary. And just like laying some groundwork. Recording this has been fun. I'm excited to edit it and post it because I haven't posted it in a while. Just feeling creative. I bought that really nice expensive camera and I've been brainstorming all week about what I want to take photos of with and what I want my photo priorities to be. So I think I'm just gonna have a pretty chill night to myself. I might knit, I might watch another movie, might continue watching The Bear. I don't know. But I just wanted to sign off for this video while I knit and have a little chatting time. It's been a lot of fun having you with me. If you like things like this, please let me know. I do like holding myself accountable and keeping a little bit of a diary for the week because it prevents me from just sitting and rotting on the couch. Like, even though I haven't gotten too much done, particularly like today, I feel like I've just been thinking about making this video and thinking about doing things that would be more exciting, like going swimming, even though you literally didn't see that. Just trying to make the most of my day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of this video. I assume it's gonna be pretty long because I never know how to shut up in clips, but hopefully I'll edit it down where it's a reasonable amount of time. Thank you so much. I'd also like to say for subscribing if you have, or watching this video in any capacity. If you watched the first 10 seconds, if you watched until the very end, thank you so much. I am really motivated by seeing things like that. I was making videos for like 2-3 people for a little bit there, and I was enjoying it. Even if one person would leave a comment or like my video, it made me so happy. So seeing those numbers grow, I think I was just looking at it, I have like 28 subscribers now. That means so much to me. Even just thinking of all of you standing in front of me kind of makes me want to puke, so I can't think about it too much. I hope this inspires you to be creative because I love when other people's content does that for me. Other than that, thank you so much for hanging out. Have a good day. Bye. What are you doing? God, it's hot as balls in here. Go turn the AC back on. I hope you appreciate what I do for audio quality.